excited every year when the new Planning to Change the World teacher's book, planning book comes out, because it's the only one of its kind, and it's the only one that helps remind us every day of why we teach and what we hope for the future of our children.
There are a couple things that I like about the plan book. I think the first thing I really appreciate is just all the time and effort that people put into doing all the research to put all of these resources at the tip of our fingertips. And being a teacher, it's so time consuming to do all that stuff, and so being able to have that right in front of me is very helpful. An example of that are the awards in the back. I can just make photocopies and they're right there, and it helps with my classroom culture. And then also the stories from other teachers that have done different things in their classrooms, I think really helps me stay connected to why I want to do the work or how I can do the work in a creative way, just by learning from other people's stories that are just in the plan book itself. So those are some of the things that I like about the plan book.
I know I can be what I want to be.
The administration bought the books for all the staff, so that was really exciting because everybody got one for free. What I really like about it is the layout, just with a lot of space to write what you have to do each day. And one thing I used from it, actually, I kind of cut it up. I cut out quotes that I used in a lesson where students had to take a quote and analyze the quote. So the quotes I used were all from the plan book, and I actually cut them out, so now my plan book has some missing little squares from it. But and the students really enjoyed doing that activity.
What I found very, very useful is the bottoms. They have like these questions. And one of the questions that really stuck out to me was, who owns drinking water? Which was is a great question for me myself, but like to start conversation amongst like students.
And I believe that the best part of this handbook is because I use backwards design. This handbook gives you a list of resources where while you're designing backwards, you have these sites and books that can help you while designing backwards. And in between the plan book, you also have what to do on February and in March and April, and what certain civil rights movements happened.
In 2009, I used it. It was one of those serendipitous moments that I feel like the planning book gives you as an educator, that you're just like looking down to say, what are we doing in advisory today? And you notice, oh, here's this date, right? So on February the 4th, it talks about that it was the 10th anniversary of the shooting of Amadou Diallo, and that week we had been talking about the police shooting of Oscar Grant out in Oakland, and it was just this moment where I'm sure I would have been thinking about Amadou Diallo eventually, but the fact that it was right there on that page for me just allowed me to pull up information about him on the spot, and was able to link what was happening contemporarily with what had happened historically. I feel like there's all these moments of serendipity that come with this book.
Life is a beautiful struggle. People search through the rubble for a suitable hustle. Some people using the noodles, some people using the muscle, some people put it all together.